Hello students, in previous lecture we studied about applications of AP from problem set 3. Today we will see few more examples that are based on application of AP from problem set 3. Now question number 11. If first, check now here, if first term in an AP is A, second term is B, and the last term is C, then show that sum of all terms is, what is given here, check now, that is A plus C multiplied by B plus C minus 2A upon 2 in bracket B minus A. So answer given first term is A. What is the meaning of this? So T1 is equal to A. Second term is B, means T2 is equal to B. And last term is C, means Tn. Last term means that is the nth term. So indicated as a Tn is equal to C. Therefore, D is equal to T2 minus T1. We find out the difference. Therefore, D is equal to second term is B minus first term is A. So we are getting here D is equal to what? B minus A. We know that the formula of Tn. Tn is equal to A plus n minus 1 into D. Substitute the value of Tn and common difference, that is value of D. Therefore, Tn is, what is the value of Tn? That is the C that we are substituting here is equal to A plus n minus 1. Value of D is B minus A, that we also substitute here. Solve the bracket now. Therefore, in next step, C minus A is equal to n minus 1 into B minus A. So this plus A we are shifting on the left hand side. That's why changing the sign. C minus A is there. Next. Therefore, C minus A, what is on the right hand side? N minus 1 multiplied by this B minus A. So this bracket is multiplied. Which bracket? B minus A, shifting on the left hand side, then divide. So C minus A divided by B minus A is equal to N minus 1. Minus 1 also shift on the left hand side. So change the sign. So plus 1. So we are getting the step C minus A upon B minus A plus 1 is equal to N. Therefore, do the cross multiplication on the left hand side. So denominator of the 1 is nothing is there, means 1. So C minus A multiplied by 1, see the cross multiplication here. So denominator of 1 is 1. So we are doing the multiplication of C minus A multiplied by 1 means C minus A, plus we are doing this cross multiplication, that is 1 multiplied by B minus A. So plus B minus A upon B minus A multiplied by 1 means B minus A. This is the last multiplication. Clear all of you? So is equal to N. So all of you understood how we are doing the cross multiplication? Here C minus A into 1. Then 1 multiplied by B minus A. And then at the last both the denominators. Therefore, we are getting the value of n, we highlight it. So, value of n is equal to b plus c, which are the positive terms, check here, plus b plus c. So, b plus c minus a here 2 times, so minus 2a upon b minus a, equation number 1. So, what is given in question, check now. So, we are showing here, what we are showing that, so sum of all terms. So sum of all terms means Sn. So we know the formula of Sn. So right now there. Therefore, we know the formula of Sn is equal to n divided by 2 in bracket first term T1 plus last term Tn. Why we are taking this formula? Because last term is given. That's why we are use this formula. Therefore, Sn is equal to. So, value of n from equation number 1, we are substitute here at the place of n. So, what is this value? Check here. This is the value of n. Value of n is b plus c minus 2a upon b minus a divided by, so n divided by 2, so 2 is remains as it is here. In bracket, what? A, first term is t1 value is a plus tn is c. And do the proper multiplication. So, by using the rules of mathematics, how we are multiplying here? So, numerator of the numerator, two numerators are there. Which one now see here? B plus C minus 2A multiplied by A plus C divided by, now B minus A at the denominator, 2 is also at the denominator. So both the terms we are writing at denominator. So 2 multiplied by B minus A. So we are getting this answer, and this is our show that of this first question. So in this way we are showing the show that question. So see there how to solve it, do the practice accordingly and try to write the answer. This is our question number 11. Next, question number 12. Read the question first. If the sum of first p terms of an AP is equal to sum of first p terms. So sum of first n terms we are indicated as a Sn. So sum of first p terms means we are indicated as a Sp. That is equal to sum of first q terms, nothing but Sq. This Sp, sum of p terms and sum of q terms, both these are equal. That is given in question. Then show that sum of its first p plus q terms is 0. So we are finding out here S of sum of its first p plus q terms is equal to 0. This we are showing here. All of you understood? Now see. So what is the given in question? Sum of first n terms of an AP is, we know the formula of Sn. So Sn is equal to what? Sn is equal to n divided by 2 in bracket 2a plus n minus 1 into d. According to the given condition, what is the given condition? Read from the question again. Sum of p terms is equal to sum of q terms. So sum of p terms means Sp is equal to sum of q terms means Sq. Use the formula of Sn in the form of Sp. How many terms? P terms, and Sq means q terms. So at the place of n, we are substitute P on left hand side and q on the right hand side in Sn formula. Be careful. Your substitution is required proper. So at the place of n, in this formula, what we are substituting on the left hand side? So P. So P divided by 2 in bracket 2a plus, instead of n minus 1, what we are writing? P minus 1 into d. So is equal to sum of q terms means Sq. So instead of n in above formula, what we are substitute? At the place of n, q we are substituting. So instead of n upon 2, what we are writing? Q upon 2 in bracket 2a plus, instead of n minus 1, what we are writing? Q minus 1 into d. In this way, we are substitute the formula of Sn in the form of Sp and Sq. Now on both the sides, what is the common term? So divided by 2, that is a cancel. What is remaining? That we write in the next step. So P in bracket 2a, P in bracket 2a plus p minus 1 into d is equal to q in bracket 2a plus q minus 1 into d. Solve the bracket, multiplied by p on left hand side and multiplied by q on the right hand side. So p multiplied by 2a means 2ap plus p multiplied by second term in the bracket. So p multiplied by second term. So what we are at? P into p minus 1 into d. So is equal to q multiplied by 2a means 2aq and q multiplied by the second term. So q multiplied by q minus 1 into d. All of you understood this step? Next. Therefore, 2ap plus multiplied by p and d to the middle terms in the bracket. So p multiplied by p means p square multiplied by d. So p square d minus p multiplied by d means pd. Next is equal to 2aq remains as it is plus q multiplied by q means q square multiplied by d, so q square d minus q multiplied by 1, that is a q, and again multiplied by d, so qd. All of you understood this step? Yes. So all the right hand side terms shift on the left hand side. Check there. All these right hand side terms shift on the left hand side. So what is on the left hand side? 2ap plus p square minus pd. Now right side term shift on the left hand side. 2aq on the left hand side, then minus 2aq plus q square d shift on the left hand side, then minus q square d, and minus qd shift on the left hand side, so plus qd. Nothing is remains on the right hand side, so is equal to 0. Therefore, in next step, so see there what is the rearrangement. So 2ap minus 2aq that we write in one bracket plus p square d minus q square d that we are writing in one more separate bracket, and minus sign is common. What is remain? Minus pd plus qd. So minus is a common. What is remain inside the bracket? Pd minus qd. Change the sign of these two terms is equal to 0. All of you understood? Now what is the common in the next? In first bracket 2a is a common. What is remaining in the bracket? P minus q plus in middle bracket d is a common. So in bracket p square minus q square minus d is a common. P minus q is equal to 0. Next. Therefore 2a in bracket p minus q plus d. So p square minus q square, here we are use the formula a square minus b square, and factors of this identity is a minus b, a plus b. By using that formula we are writing the answer. P square minus q square means p minus q multiplied by p plus q, and remaining terms are remains as it is. So in this step, check it carefully. In this step, in all that three terms, p minus q is the common bracket. So that we write as a common and write the remaining terms. 2a, check here, 2a plus d multiplied by p plus d that we are writing here minus d remains only is equal to 0. All of you understood? Next. In next step, we are solve that bracket. Check here. So this step we already read. Now in next step, p minus q in bracket 2a plus d is common in the second and third term, so that we write as a common. And what is remaining in the bracket? Check now. P plus q, this d is a common, so minus 1 is remain there is equal to 0. Next step, p minus q. This bracket is multiplied here. Shift on the right hand side in the next step. So what is remain? Only this bracket is remain. Check that. 2a plus p plus q minus 1 into d is equal to 0. This bracket p minus q is multiplied on the left hand side. Then shift on the right hand side. Then divide to the 0. So 0 divided by any term, answer is 0. That's we are getting the answer 0 here. This is the value of 2a plus p plus q minus 1 into d. This is our equation number 1. And Denominator is never 0. That's why we are writing the reason here. P minus Q is not equal to 0. That is the reason we are writing there in front of equation number 1. Next. Therefore, sum of first P plus Q terms. So instead of Sn, what we are at the place of n, we are writing P plus Q. Sum means indicated as a capital S. So S of P plus Q is equal to n divided by 2. So at the place of n, what we are writing? P plus Q divided by 2 in bracket 2a plus n minus 1. So instead of n, what we are writing? P plus Q minus 1 into D. And therefore is equal to, I think the value of this bracket in equation number 1, check. 2a plus p plus q minus 1 into d. So value of this is 0. That value we are substituting here. The value of this bracket is 0. That is from equation number 1. And therefore p plus q divided by 2 multiplied by 0. Answer is 0. And we are getting our show that. So sum of P plus Q terms is equal to 0. And finally, we are writing the answer again. That's statement or sentence from the question. Therefore, the sum of the first P plus Q terms is 0. So, after doing the practice of question, you are getting the answer. You are able to write the answers of these show that questions. Next. Question number 13. This is second last question. Read the question carefully. If m times the mth term, m times mth term means m times means m multiplied by, and mth term means tm is equal to, check that, of an AP is equal to n times means n multiplied, n times nth term, so n multiplied by tn. Then show that, what showed that? The m plus nth term of the AP is 0. So according to the given condition, so we start our answer. According to the given condition, m times mth term is equal to n times nth term. So mathematically we are writing that m multiplied by tm is equal to n multiplied by tn. So we are using the formula of tn in general on both the sides. On the right hand side, that we are use the formula tn, and instead of n we are use the letter m. Then according to that we are using the formula. Therefore m multiplied by, what is the formula of tm? So a plus, instead of n minus 1 we are writing m minus 1 into d is equal to n multiplied by, we know the formula of tn, so a plus n minus 1 into d. So after that we are solving the bracket step by step. M multiplied by a means ma plus m multiplied by the second term, that is m multiplied by m minus 1 into d is equal to n multiplied by a means na, and n multiplied by the second term, that is n into n minus 1 into d. Solve step by step. In next step, see that what is given. So ma in this step, ma plus multiplied by m into d to that bracket. So m into m square d minus m multiplied by 1, that is m, and m multiplied by d means md. So minus md is equal to, na remains as it is, plus multiplied by n and d to this n. So n into n square into d means n square d. The next n into 1 minus 1. So minus n into d, that is minus n d. See there carefully what is given. In next step, so ma plus m square d minus md. All these right side 3 terms shifting on the left hand side, then change the sign. Minus na minus n square d plus nd. Nothing is there on the right hand side, so equal to 0. Therefore, we are combine the terms like ma minus na in one bracket plus m square d minus n square d in one bracket, and what is remain? So minus sign we are taking common. So minus sign is common. So plus md and minus nd, that is in one bracket. In next step, so in first bracket a is a common. What is remain? M minus n. In second bracket d is a common. In bracket m square minus n square minus d in bracket m minus n is equal to 0. In next step, therefore, a into m minus n remains as it is plus d into, now at the place of m square minus n square, we use the formula a square minus b square. So expansion of this formula is a minus b into a plus b. So instead of ab, m and n is here. So m minus n multiplied by m plus n minus d in bracket m minus n. Now check it carefully. M minus n is common in all these three terms, that we write only one time. In bracket a minus d into m plus n, that is middle term, and at the last minus d. In next step, see that m minus n remains as it is. So here d is a common, that we write as a common, and what is remain? M plus n, nothing is there along with d, so minus 1. So m plus n minus 1 into d, a plus remains as it is equal to 0. Therefore, dividing both sides by m minus n, so why? Because on the left hand side m minus n is present. So at the denominator m minus n, divide on both sides. So on left hand side this m minus n is a cancel. 0 divided by m minus n, answer is 0. And therefore, what is remain? Check that. This m minus n cancel, only this bracket is remain, that we write in the next step. A plus m plus n minus 1 into d is equal to 0. And denominator is never equal to 0. So m minus 1 is not equal to 0. That condition we have mentioned in this step. And therefore, if we are observe this formula, instead of n, what is present here? M plus n. As per the formula of Tn, what is the formula of Tn? A plus, see here, a plus, instead of m plus n, only n is there in formula, n minus 1, so instead of n, m plus n is there. So this is the formula of T, m plus n, and right side is already 0, so we are showing this, and then at the last, we write our final answer. What is the meaning of this T m plus n equal to 0? The m plus nth term of the AP is 0. In this way, we are write the answer of these show that questions. All of you understood? And today's last question of this lesson or problem set 3 is remain. This is the activity question. Now see that. First of all, read the question carefully. Rupees 1000 is invested at 10% simple interest. Check at the end of every year if the total interest amount is an AP. If this is an AP, then find interest amount after 20 years. For this, complete the following activity. So it is activity based question. So we are writing the answer of activity wherever the empty boxes are given. So solution. Simple interest is equal to, this formula is already given. Simple interest equal to P multiplied by R multiplied by N divided by 100. P means principal, R means rate of interest, N means number of period in years divided by 100. Therefore, simple interest after 1 year. Substitute the formula. So principal amount is given 1000 multiplied by R rate of interest is given 10, and number of years, that is N means period, that is 1 year divided by 100. So 20 get cancelled here at the denominator and numerator. So 10 multiplied by 10, so answer is 100. So we are writing the answer 100 in this box, rupees 100. Next, simple interest after 2 years. So 1000 multiplied by 10 multiplied by number of years 2 divided by 100. So again 2 get cancelled. So 10 multiplied by 10, 100 multiplied by this 2, that is answer is 2 rupees 200. Simple interest after 3 years of as per the previous one. So 1000 multiplied by 10 multiplied by 3, so and divided by 100. So 20 get cancelled. 10 multiplied by 10 is 100. 100 multiplied by these 3, that is rupees 300 is given here. So our correct answer we are writing in the box. 1000, 10 and 3. According to this condition, the simple interest for 4, 5, 6 years will be. So if we observe carefully, so up to the 3 year simple interest is 300 rupees. So in 4th year, this simple interest is rupees 400. 5th year rupees 500 and 6th year rupees 600 respectively. From this, so we are finding out the difference. So difference means nothing but second year interest is checked there. Second year interest, that is second term 200, and first year interest, that is rupees 100. So T2 minus T1 means 200 minus 100. Second year interest is 200 minus first year interest is 100. So answer is 100. This is our box is given in the question. And A means first term, that is first year interest is nothing but 100. All of you understood this? Therefore, next, amount of simple interest after 20 years. So we are, in this case we are using the formula of Tn that is given in question. So Tn is equal to A plus n minus 1 into D. Therefore, how many terms? So total 20 years means 20 terms. So T20 is equal to, so value of A is 100 plus 20 minus 1, value of n is 20 multiplied by value of D is 100. So we are making the boxes here. So is equal to solve these, and then at the last we are writing the answer. So 100 plus, now 20 minus 1 means 19 multiplied by 100. So 19 multiplied by 100 means 1900 plus 100. So we are getting the answer of T20 is 2000. And then at the last we are writing the answer, that is amount of simple interest after 20 years is rupees 2000. Empty box is given here. In this way, we are completing the activity-based question. Wherever the boxes are given, you draw the box with the help of scale and pencil and write the correct answers in that box. You are getting marks for your answer. So in this way, we are completed this lesson number 3, that is arithmetic progression with problem set. Most of the questions we solve in our different videos and in given assignments, question with answers. So do the study carefully and try to solve again and again these application based questions, that is word problems at home. Thank you.